Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. I'm Pastor John Wooden, and this is a ministry of Hollywood Faith Christian Center in beautiful Hollywood, Florida. We welcome you. Well, this morning you notice I have a guest with me, pastor and singer and songwriter and worshiper and good friend of ours, Jeff Ferguson, is down here ministering at our church. But we want to encourage you to listen in. But this morning I wanted to talk to you about ghostwriting.
Okay,
I know that you do a lot of ghostwriting for ministers,
I do.
and I know you most recently have done Pastor Benny Hinn, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm in the middle of one right now called Goodbye Guilt.
wow,
Not for Pastor Benny, for another minister.
wow.
And um,
How hard is that to get into another person's headset? You're doing the writing. How did you work?
well, I prepare them. Like I just did a gospel. I just wrote a book, co-wrote it with a gospel artist from the Appalachian Mountains. So his lingo, his voice is very country, but I was born in the Appalachian Mountains, so I'm familiar. You just kind of think, how would Loretta Lynn or Dolly Parton say it, or Billy Ray Cyrus?
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
from kind of those hills, those mountains, and so you adjust for that, but I kind of prepare the minister or the artist or the author, that because my name will not be on it. I'm paid a fee, and I'm not paid a royalty. I'm paid for the writing. So I let them know this is your message, because I don't even have to agree with it doctrinally. It's their message, um, and I try to use their voice, but it's my writing. So I let them know this is not your writing. This is my writing. It'll sound like my writing, but I'll try to do it in your voice.
Now, when you did the work for Pastor Benny,
Yeah.
you actually lived at his house.
Well, I didn't live there, but I moved in. I moved in for I moved in for a few weeks, for a couple months, maybe, off and on. And that was a great honor. I don't know him before, although they did my music. His crusades did my music, their choir. But I did not know him before. But I, of course, went to one of his crusades, and I knew of him. I watched his programs. I read Good Morning Holy Spirit when I was a very young man, and it was transforming. It was absolutely, because I had never heard anybody write from such a personal relationship with the Lord, and it touched me so much. So I was so honored and excited. He's probably one of the most famous ministers in recent history, and I was so honored that I had that opportunity. And and I and he's very, very particular about who is in his environment and who is in his home. And some of his family doesn't even come to his home. And so that I was in his home was a great honor, and I treated it, you know, there was not a nick, there was not a smudge, there wasn't a speck, a scratch. It was so perfect. But he creates an environment for the Holy Spirit. He doesn't even come out of his office and bedroom, his inner sanctum, and it's on the ocean. He doesn't even come out until 1:30 in the afternoon, except he'll come out and make a energy, or he'll make a health drink, and that's it. And but he's very, very careful. He has a giant television in his big room, and all the apps are off. He's very particular about what he allows in
Well,
his home.
that's a statement because we all should be very cautious about what we allow into our homes, the kind of movies we watch. Even some of your friends you need to be not shunning them, but you need to be careful of what they bring into your house.
Well, at the foot of my bed in my bedroom is a spiritual portal that invites whatever's on that television into my home and into my environment.
Yes.
And if I do things that make it uncomfortable for the Holy Spirit, because you can quench the Holy Spirit,
Yes.
you can grieve the Holy Spirit, then I don't want to do that, because the most important thing in our lives, and I learned that from Pastor Benny, is the presence of the Lord.
Yes. And I think we'll talk about this later in the week, but I can tell you that the presence of the Lord is the one thing that's probably most missing in the church today. and the desire for that presence.
I heard a minister say that if the Holy Spirit did not show up, often churches and the people there would not even notice it.
Yeah, yeah, that's scary. That's scary. The one thing that the first church, the first century church, was focused on was the Spirit of the Lord, and we're focused on everything but.
Yeah.
God bless you. We're going to pick this up again tomorrow. We hope that you'll join us for Coffee with the Pastor. God bless you. See you again next time.